Okay, welcome back to part 2 of this video. Ignore that the audio quality is shit, it'll be better again for the rest of the video. So either way, I hope you have fun, and let's continue with the neurodivergent stuff, right?
Hey man, you good? I can't remember where the mugs go. The cabinet by the oven. Thank you. Wait, dude, this is your apartment. You live here. Yeah, it's like every time I walk into my kitchen, I don't remember where anything goes. So that would be like a ADHD working memory thing, right? Yeah, I guess it is kind of like a out of sight, out of mind type of thing. And your parents wonder why you left the cabinets open all the time. Yeah, wait. Yeah, that's so true. I should call my parents. Do you call your parents often? Not really, and I feel kind of guilty for it. Because I don't know, I feel like I should miss my parents as much as my peers miss theirs. I do miss them, it's just there's a part of my brain that just forgets... That they exist? Yeah, but that sounds terrible. Dude, your parents are like the kitchen cabinets. It's not that you don't miss them as much, it's just more about... Out of sight, out of mind. Holy are you a wizard? Nah, I just have a freaky self-awareness of my own brain. Probably induced by my crippling anxiety. Actually, the more I think about...
Yeah. This is why sometimes if I rearrange my kitchen, because honestly I had a cabinet, like a cabinet over my oven that I didn't use for the first 2 years of living here, but I cleaned it a few months ago because it was like Saturday evening at 9 o'clock and my brain was like, hey, let's clean our entire kitchen. So I did, and I cleaned the cupboard and I've been using it, but now every time I'm looking for a cup that I've put in that cupboard, I open the other one where it used to be, because it's kind of like a muscle memory thing of like, I need the cup, but it's behind me in the other cabinet. Why? And also, yeah, it's not that I don't miss people, it's just that I kind of forget they exist. And then they text me, and then I feel really bad for not, like, contacting them sooner, because it's like, oh, I'm sorry. It just happens. Don't take it personal, please.
Things you don't realize you do because of your ADHD. You've been listening to the same song on a loop and still haven't got sick of it, even when others are clearly annoyed. You tend to eat the same foods every day and find it difficult to eat healthy or not to overeat. You drink a lot of coffee even if it doesn't help. It seems to serve as more of a symbol for starting your day. You have a million dream projects but fail to complete any at all. You interrupt a lot but feel bad when you are confronted about it. You fail to complete tasks because one task branches out into a million others. If you have to do something, you have to do it that very second or else it causes anxiety. If you don't have a to-do list, you feel like you have no sense of direction. You are always constantly asking people to repeat themselves. You are very attentive when you are interested in someone or something, even to the point of hyperfocus. Can you relate?
Yeah, well... I feel like this is like a very basic explanation of like the most obvious things, really, or like the most common things. But yeah. But also about the to-do list thing, because legit, that's the thing about having a TikTok this long and like stating so many points. I will literally forget most of it by the time I'm done watching it. But to-do lists are just helpful, because if I don't have one, and you're just like, okay, wait, what do we do now? And then you just like think of a million things, because it's like, oh, I could do this, but then I also could do this, and then it does branch out so much. But if you have a to-do list, you can just kind of, sometimes it doesn't work, but a lot of times to me it does actually work. So I can just be like, list, okay, I'll just start with one of these things. I can never start at the top. Sometimes I can start from the bottom, but why does starting from the bottom work better? I don't know, either way, it helps. the listening phase is very helpful when you don't actually want to listen to someone, because then it's good to look like you're listening because you don't really care what the other person is going to say anyways. But if you're actually trying to listen, it really doesn't help. Oh well. But yeah, somehow the interoception thing is just very relatable. But somehow I don't really forget to be, because somehow I managed to be hyper aware of that and of when I'm thirsty. But then sometimes, some days it just doesn't work. Why is that? I don't know. Either way, yeah.
What is the worst part about having ADHD? Easy. It's the way that others perceive you. Your main symptoms make you look like a bad person. The things that alleviate your symptoms look like to other people that they cause your symptoms. It is often extremely difficult to contextualize the things that ADHD does to you, and because of people's inability to explain, it often just comes off as laziness or being an asshole. The way that ADHD throws your life into a spin in a way that makes it inconvenient for the people around you. And ultimately, the way that it hurts the people around you you care about the most unknowingly. Because honestly, how do I explain, oh look, an email?
Why did that make sense? But yeah, I struggle with it so much to kind of explain why certain things, or like why I do certain things a certain way, because to me, it just makes sense, and that's the only way to doing it. And other people are just like, why don't you just do more, or like just kind of think you're being just flaky, or that you're ignoring them when you don't text them first. And it's so difficult. And with other people who have ADHD, sometimes it's easier, because then it's like, if they don't text you for a day, or for like a week or longer, you're just like, okay, same, I've done that before, like, it's fine, I know you don't hate me, I know you just forgot. Yeah.
What it's actually like to have ADHD, because I'm sick of seeing these fake TikToks about people who say they have ADHD but they don't. So here is it from an actual diagnosed person myself. Here's what it's like. Number one, you forget basic things, tasks that you have to get done every day. Like, I'll forget to brush my teeth, I'll forget to brush my hair before I go to school, etc., etc. Number two, the most annoying one is the fact that we pretty much have a speech impediment because of, like, how terribly we talk. Like, different words will come out at different times when they're not supposed to come out. Like, it takes, like, 3 tries for me to record a freaking video because I'm just like, word vomit. I already forgot what number I'm on because, you know, I forget things a lot. The next one, frick. Oh yeah, the days where you forget to take your medication, you feel freaking amazing. And then the next day that you take it, you literally feel like crap. Crying for no reason. Oh my god. I will literally just start bawling my eyes out for the dumbest shit I've ever, like, it doesn't even make any sense. Like for part 2, because there's a lot more.
Okay, the bird vomit is too relatable. Sometimes I start over in videos and just cut it out. But then sometimes if it's just like one word that I kind of mess up because I can't talk in that moment, I probably just leave it in. I don't know if you've noticed, but yeah. Also, the brushing teeth, same with deodorant. I started carrying deodorant in any bag I could ever like take with me, because I put it like out in the open in my bathroom so that hopefully I'll see it and like remember to use it. But then a lot of times I just don't. So I just carry it with me in case I did forget. And some days, brushing teeth is such a weird one. I love it when people are like, it's so obvious, like it's so normal, you do it every day. And it's like, yeah, but I have to consciously remind myself and like hope I remember to do it every day. Like, I wish I could just remember it that easily. Kind of also again forgot what he was saying for the rest of the video. Wow, amazing memory.
Keys? Forgot my keys. Have I eaten today? Whatever. Backpack, 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 backpack. Sweater, 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 sweater. Keys, the keys, the keys, the keys, the keys. Lock the door, lock the door, lock the door, lock the door, lock the door. Got it. Wait, did I lock it? But did I lock it?
I'm so glad I can't forget my keys, because otherwise I would constantly, but since my door also opens from the outside, I just always lock it when I come inside. So I can't actually walk out of my door without already having my key in my hand to unlock the door, and then I just don't forget it. But otherwise I would. And the amount of times I had to go back upstairs because I'm in my car about to leave, I'm just like, wait. You forgot this thing that you really need. So often. Too often. Too often. And then also about the eating thing, that's why I started carrying just like protein bars or something. Also in any bag, and that's why I always take my bag everywhere, because I need it. I need it, because I will probably have forgotten something else and just hopefully have it in the bag.
I have ADHD. Well, Mr. Denver, you have straight A's and your teachers love you. I just don't see the problems associated with the ADHD. Okay, I think I have ADHD, and I think you are a liar who lies. But I think I have ADHD. But like, have you tried meditation? Chat with us.
The cat does not look amused.
I think I have ADHD. Okay, I'm here to help. Vindication!
I wish it was that easy to manage your ADHD. But don't scream at your cat. Come on, poor kitty. But yeah, like a lot of times that's why so many girls are undiagnosed, because they're not like the disruptive type of ADHD. And then it's like, oh, I don't see the issue. But yeah, sadly the vindication alone doesn't really help suddenly manage your symptoms. That's why I used to have med reminders when I took them regularly. Now that I don't take them that regularly anymore, I just constantly forget to take them. Like, I'll be thinking, oh, like, okay, yeah, you have a lot of stuff that you actually, like, need to get done tomorrow. So you'll take your meds. And then sometimes, I can remember to just, like, put the meds out. So I'll see them. Because they're, like, next to my hair tie or something that I'll definitely, like, use the next day. But if I don't, I'll probably forget my meds. I put my meds out this morning to take them tomorrow morning. Because I was like, it's too early to take them out, but I did it anyways because I was like, listen, otherwise we're just gonna forget.
ADHD mood. No thoughts, head empty. Many thoughts, head full. I want to do everything. I want to do nothing. I want to do something, but can't pinpoint what. Hungry. No eat, only hyperfocus. No pee, only hyperfocus. Bounce off the wall. Cannot stop talking. Where's that off one? No talk, only space out. No focus, only distraction. No distraction, only focus. I'm going to clean my entire house in one go. I am never going to pick up my clothes. Never going to put away all of these random objects that are right next to me. Space out again. Ramble for paragraphs and paragraphs. Expect everyone to follow what's being said. See paragraphs and paragraphs and not process a single word just by reading it over and over. Doodle or no focus. No in between. Leg bounce, typos. I'm so obsessed with this, I don't think I'll ever get tired of it. Gets tired of it. Has the same feeling about a new thing. No sleep, only internet. No sleep, only hyperfocus. Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. Yeah. Just this. On a daily basis. And some days, it's like one of them most of the time. But then it always switches right before you go to bed. Right? Like, if you've been tired all day, and then suddenly, if you want to go to bed, you're suddenly like the most hyperactive person. So annoying. Oh my god. Speaking my mind is easy. Speaking it tactfully, not so much. Is this also for my ADHD meme newsletter? Probably is. Me thinking of something else completely while being talked to. Yeah, sometimes it's so easy to pay attention to someone because they're actually like they're talking about something that you're really interested in, it can work. But then your mind just goes other places whenever it's just not that relevant to you. And you know you should pay attention, but that happens. Oh well. You, an intellectual. 9 plus 7 is 16. Me, with ADHD. If you take 1 from 9 and give it to the 7, that's 8 plus 8, and 8 times 2 is 16. Someone, usually a teacher, not like that, you heathen. Why not like that? It works. Is this some kind of like American thing where American teachers are like super weird? How you're supposed to come to the conclusion in a certain way, whereas German teachers like usually like, well, listen, if you have to like give the way you came to the answer, as long as it makes sense and is like correct in and of itself, who really cares? But I've always done this. It's so much easier because 9 plus 7 is so weird. It's so ambiguous. But then if you take 1 from 9 and put it to 7, it's 2 times 8, and that's way easier. Come on. My old man once said to me, your thoughts are so random and unconnected. We were just talking about the carnival. How did you get started on wasps? So I told him, they're not unconnected. We were talking about going to the carnival, and the carnival is on the same fairgrounds they used to use for the rodeo. And one time at the rodeo, my brother spilled Sprite on himself, and a bee went up his shirt and stung him. And bees die when they sting, but wasps don't, and I was wondering why, so I asked you. And he said, that makes no sense. And for the life of me, I can't understand how anyone thinks of anything if not by this exact progress. This is how some neurodivergent brains work, including my own. It makes perfect sense, so I'm unsure what's so confusing about it. Okay, just because the connections between two things aren't like as linear doesn't mean they're not actually connected, because this makes perfect sense, right? I don't have a memory like this, but it still makes sense because I can see how you got from carnivores to wasps. Also, wasps are freaking assholes. Come on. Laundry. Washing, 30 minutes. Drying, 60 minutes. Putting it away, 7 to 10 business days. Yeah, too often. My best feature is that I'm blindingly intelligent for about 30 seconds a day. I do not get to choose which seconds, and no, they're not consecutive. Yeah, also some days it's way less than 30, and some days it's somehow more. And we don't really get to choose when it happens and how long it happens. Oh well. I hate it when I put something in a safe place, and then it's pretty much lost forever. Yeah, I like how sometimes my brain is like, oh no, it makes sense if you put it there. You'll remember where there is. And then 10 minutes later, you're like, wait. Where did I put the thing? Some things are lost forever. Hacker, I have all of your passwords. Me, who forgot them. Oh, thank God, someone remembers them. Yes. I love how when you were younger, people were always like, oh, you don't write down your passwords. That's not safe. But you're just like, yeah, but I don't want to like reset it every day. So I'm gonna write it down somewhere. And then hopefully remember where I wrote it down, right? Unfortunately, there is a law that states I have to buy myself a little treat anytime I leave the house. It is a pricey law, but I am nothing if not a rule follower. I don't think that's actually that true about ADHD people, that they're a rule follower. Well, yes, obviously, but only if it makes sense. Or is that just a general neurodivergent thing? That if a rule just doesn't make sense in your head, you're just not going to follow it because you don't see the point. But this law, it's so difficult. It's so difficult. If you go out, you really just have to. Today's aesthetic. Keeping the same tab open in your browser for 3 solid weeks because you're definitely going to get around to reading it and are acting on whatever it is any minute now. Okay, this is a personal attack. Okay, don't talk to me or my 67 tabs ever again. I've got 99 problems, but a tab ain't one. Like, I'm going to use it someday, I promise. For me, it's bookmarks, because I get so annoyed if I have like more than 5 tabs open, so I just bookmark everything. And then I have way too many bookmarks. I have too many I haven't counted my bookmarks because it's like in subfolders. It's way too many. And then, yeah, it might actually be like 99. Don't talk to me on my 99 bookmarks. Okay, so anyways, that was all the memes and all the TikToks for today. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. And I will be back in 3 days with some queer memes. I think I'm not really sure which specifically, but yeah, I guess you'll find out in 3 days.